Yeah. All right. So one of the things that I would check around, there are 6 pre-made characters that you can choose from 4 to do the campaign with. You do have the option of making your own characters from scratch, if you so choose. So currently in the game, we've got 5 races, 2 of which have 2 lineages, 3 of which have 2 lineages. You can do all the standard rolling and stuff. After you pick your class, let's just pretend I'm not actually creating a character. We're just looking at it. We can look at the archetypes as well to see what you can get into. Favored enemies. Natural explorer in whatever zone. Standard D&D stuff. You can edit the equipment. You can set up a background. From what I've seen and people have talked about, it seems to be very as true as possible to the D&D 5th edition. What's the standard rule set or something like that? Not that we care, because like I said, I'm not actually creating this character. How do I move on? Lawkeeper neutral, I guess. Let's go there. It's missing something else. Personality flags, choose 2. There we go. What else do I need to do? There we go. All right, and as is tradition with tabletop, depending on your GM, and computerized RPG, you can take the standard array, or you can just keep re-rolling until you get the highest numbers possible. Right, and then place things wherever. All right. I believe this is the most traditional way to CRPG, right? You roll the highest numbers you possibly can get. Oh, nothing lower than a 12 was probably a good one. It even orders them from highest to lowest for you, so you can just look at this one, and as long as that one shows like a 12 or a 13 or something, you'd be like, yeah, oh, that would have been a good one. You know, for anyone who doesn't want to have any form of disadvantage, well, a 3. I wonder how many people sit here until they roll 18s on it. Like, how long would it take to roll straight 18s? That's a really good setup, though. Let's optimize that and that character. Ooh. And then you can do all the awesome geeky stuff that Dungeons & Dragons will let you do. You can even automate it. And for what actually matters in fashionisting up a character, you get to play with the skin colors and the hair and everything else. Names. Oh, he gets a beard. What a winner. Oh, you can't have different hair and beard color. You get so used to clicking reroll one off and clicks right past a decent roll. Yeah, so you could write a small program that does number recognition and rerolls automatically if the last one is lower than a certain amount. And then you could just come back a couple days later and you'd probably have like 15s across the board. You know, standard stuff. Let's make him buff. There we go, which is another way of making him fat as well. It's not really athletic.
Better luck next time.
Let me give you this guy so you can hear him yell.
Masterful!
Sometimes there is simply no choice.
Well struck!
All right. So there you have your character. Who we'll be throwing in the trash because he was rubbish. Right? For those of you like me, Baldur's Gate 3, yeah, that uses a D&D... what's the best word to put this? Something? variant, I guess. But it's largely based on Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah. Right, for people like me that I like playing RPGs, I love being involved in them. I can't stand character creation, and one of the reasons why I don't really play a lot of CRPGs is I hate that fact that if you didn't put this ability in at this level and then this ability in at this level, when you finally hit the max level or whatever level, you can't take your ultimate because you didn't know the game because it's based on real life systems. And everyone who plays D&D or GURPS or whatever, Pathfinder or something, they know that if you don't at level 8 on your paladin take this path, which only opened if you took this trait on level 3 and specifically did not spend points at level 4 but saved them for level 5, now you can get at level 20 this ability. Otherwise your character's just rubbish. I'm not a big fan of that because it's not friendly for new players or people that don't play a lot. It's great for people that do play a lot, but it's a lot of... you have to sort of delve into that in advance. Thankfully though, pre-made characters, so I don't even have to bother with this. But we still get to enjoy it, and hopefully it's got automatic level up assignments so that we can just level, because game's only just come out, so there's no build guides yet. There will be though. Let's do it. Oh, and currently they've only got one campaign, which is the game that you'd buy, but the plan is, because they've built a whole way of introducing the story by game mechanics or whatever, to have more campaigns. You don't mind character creation as long as it plays out as different paths to a similar game. Usually character creation in games like this just means you have different stats. You do the exact same thing, but instead of throwing, like swinging a sword, you shoot fireballs. Sometimes they have different, like maybe very different openings, but it generally converges at some point. All right, let's put our party together. We get to choose 4. Well, I think we should. We can have a fighter and a paladin. I'm definitely taking the rogue. So let's put the rogue in here for now, for no reason other than it helps me choose like a frontliner. We'll put a healer. So I guess it comes down to, do we want to try to... I don't even know Dungeons & Dragons well enough if you can paladin heal, but I think we might try to cleric heal. And I like the idea of having a ranged unit in there. So actually, let's make that the rogue. Make that the ranger. We'll put a rogue in, because you've got to have a rogue. An island halfling, Anton Whitesail. And I think the rule says have dwarf, right? Like that feels like that should be a rule. Have dwarf will roll dice. Burden, redstone, a hill dwarf, lawkeeper, paladin. So who have we got? It's I have to delete him to... Can't if I want to read his story. Anyway, we have Burden the Paladin, Anton the Rogue, Miles the Ranger, and Tanya the Cleric.
Before the Cataclysm, there were no gods on Solasta. No humans either. Then, the rift opened. Some say it was a magical accident, or the work of an evil god. No one knows for sure. The cataclysm destroyed the old High Elf Empire. Manicalan, they called it, and twisted the land beyond recognition. Now, only the brave and the foolish go there, in search of ancient treasures. But something is happening deep in those Badlands. Whatever it is, it can't be good.
Sorry. 1024 AC. It is a time of political tension between the Principality of Mazgarth and its neighbours. The Legacy Council stands as a neutral organisation with representatives from all of the Eastern Kingdoms. It has issued a call for hired adventurers to bolster its efforts to explore the perilous Badlands. A valiant group gathers at the Gravekeeper's Cask Inn, ready to take up the challenge. Hey, Jam Event. Yeah, conversion mod for Monster Train. Clicking. Where's my any key? There we go.
This beer tastes like donkey piss. Not that I'm complaining.
Hope I'm not too late. Ran into a bit of trouble on the way here.
Take a load off. There's plenty of donkey piss to go around.
If you're here for the council job, get in line. Though if this Lord Karen doesn't show up soon, I may go looking for him.
Another round, barkeeper. 4 of your finest flagons of donkey piss, please.
So, is this the job? Getting shit-faced?
We do what we have to. So what's this trouble you were telling us about?
Well, I was heading down a lonely road when these 3 shitheads jumped from the bushes, dragged me off, and threw my ass in this broken-down jail. Smelled like some poor bastard had died in there. A strong wind could have took it down.
Four flagons of your finest donkey piss. There we go. Alright. We have Miles, the ranger. Conversation. Seems good. Escape the bandits' prison. Find a way out. This is day 1 in the adventure log. Okay. Tutorial, character selection, and basic movement. Select your character by clicking on the character in the 3D view or on the character's portrait. To select the whole party, use the Select All button at the bottom of the portrait display. You can also drag a rectangle around one or more characters to select them. To move, left-click. We worked that one out. Yeah. Valid destinations show round marker when you mouse over them. Invalid destinations show a forbidden sign. Right click and drag to rotate the camera view to change your perspective. You can also rotate by using the QE compass and WASD. Oh, I like it when they use it WASD instead of trying to be fancy and put them in a different order. Okay. Whee! Alright. No, that's fine. Okay, so it just goes red X on it when you can't do one. That's alright. So you can't... Alright, so they face the way you get there. You can't... If you want to turn around, you then have to turn. Well, it doesn't look like there is a turn option. Have to consider that when moving for... Can we break the pots? Can't do anything. Wait. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, Moogle. I won't break you guys. The clay pots. Those dirty, filthy clay pots. Right. Click on the journal button to open the quest log. This will give you more information about your current objectives along with some useful context. Note the journal contains much more information than the quest log. The log lists your current objective, which you must complete in order to move the quest forward. You may also have other optional objectives. The log also gives you hints and context to help you understand the subtleties of your quest. Your success and failures are recorded here. Okay, find a way out. No path to destination. Find loot. Crawling. To crawl through a hole, click on the other side. You get a better view of the other side by rotating the camera, blah blah blah. Character will auto-kneel. That sounds good. After moving the camera around to examine your surroundings, you can center the character and follow them. Either double-click the character's portrait or press tab while controlling. Well, that could be interesting. Okay, let's get a... I mean, I'm sure Kizran will say it'll be much more interesting following one of the ladies crawling through the hole, but you know, no, it doesn't even follow cam. That's cool. That nice little blue outline. You've made that. You've made similar comments in Discord. So it wasn't letting me... Why wasn't it clear? Oh, okay. So for some reason it was saying, no, you can't go here. I wonder why that was. What was clickable? Hey. Look, it's even got a swirly. We have a torch. We'll put it in our primary hand.
At last.
Apparently light. Yeah, thank you. Light plays a factor in combat. So you have like advantage if... you'd have disadvantage if something is in dim light. Highlighted elements are interactive. Cursor indicates the action can be performed, opening, pushing, activating, lock picking, etc, etc, etc. If an action requires a dice roll, the difficulty class will be displayed. Ooh. Do we play this as in tradition, or do we, if we fail a dice roll, do we accept it? Wah.
What did you expect exactly? I don't think so. Anyway, another party came back yesterday. Sure. No, actually, I don't. There's no dishonor in a few...
New objective. Leave the cave. Hang on, what happened there?
Tomorrow, if you're lucky.
Okay, we're in the cave. Can I get over to there? No path to destination. Alright, let's... Click to examine this object. Well, I did. Right click. Left click. Miles? Help me out here, Miles. He's like, click to examine the object. I'm clicking it. he was standing on the bit. I need to click on the arrow pointing up. That helps. To jump or climb, simply click on the destination. Depending on the character's strength and proficiency with athletics, you can jump and climb between 2 and 5 cells. You can always jump over 2 cells, drop down 3 cells, and climb up 1 cell. Or climb up easy surfaces like ladders and ropes without any trouble. Above, a character with strength below 15 and no proficiency in athletics cannot jump far enough to reach the chest. Below, a fighter with strength 15 to 20 can jump across 3 cells. So can a character with strength 11 to 14 plus proficiency in athletics. In general, the critical path is always open to characters without superior physical abilities. However, optional loot is sometimes harder to reach. Don't give up though. You may find another way to get this chest. Alright, so what's Miles' stats? How do we find out Mr. Miles' stats here? He's got enough strength to make the jump. So we don't even need to know if he's got athletics. Oh. Oh, look at that. Potion of healing. Cool. Is there any other loot anywhere?
What did you expect exactly? Anyway,
no path to destination. So it looks like you can break in from the other side if you can't make that jump.
tomorrow, if you're lucky, we'll see.
Huh.
Of course, nothing is free. Is that a choice? Sorry to disappoint. It's just business after all. That actually went better than I expected. What happened? They look just like the story said. What did you expect exactly? I don't think so. Anyway, another party came back here. Sure. No, actually, I didn't.
Look at that, he can just create a bridge. And we'll go get the open chest this way. Isn't that convenient? Oh, it's empty. Chests really should contain loot. We'll get rid of the bandits. Well, okay then. They shouldn't have been standing there. Looting and inventory management. Click on a chest or other container to loot it. Everything you carry affects your weight gauge. Beware of your weight limit as this will slow you down a lot. Equipment and light sources must be placed in appropriate slots before they can be used. Some items can stack in the same cell in inventory. Max number of units depends on the item. To stack items, drag, drop, stack. Holding shift to split. Sounds good. Open the chest. Oh look, all of our stuff. And arrows. Oh wow, you gotta, okay, oh you need, ooh, you need to keep your own, light source? Alright, so you need to keep track of your ammo. Man, maybe we shouldn't have brought the ranger. Can we loot the dead guys that we murdered? I mean, freed ourselves from? In defense. Quest complete.
Nice move. That trick with the wall. Glad you're no worse for wear.
My flagon is empty of ale, and Lord Karen still isn't here.
Have another ale.
Some more donkey
It's
piss,
not like
please.
you have anywhere better to be.
Well, let me tell you my story then. I too was accosted on the way here, but I faced my foes head on.
Let's hear it then. Don't be shy.
Oh, that little kid's not a dwarf. He's an elf, that's why he sounds like that, I think, or a halfling. Uh-oh. Tutorial. Dashing. New objective, cross the bridge, get rid of the wolves. Everything's here is a little bit washed out. Like it's got this very bright... And I think that's to make the tutorial window sort of stand out, but it's kind of off-putting. Moving to a point in the yellow area uses your main action to dash. Dash doubles your maximum movement for the turn. However, you cannot use your action to attack or cast a spell. Remember that you can move normally and then decide whether to dash further or to use your action for something else. Yeah, so you move first before deciding to dash. Rather a washed out but blurry. Yeah, but I think the better option is instead of having blurry or washed out, fade it. Like make it darker. Don't make it it looks like that's upped the contrast and made it grainy. So instead, darken it and have lighter colors for the stuff. Well, not at all, because this looks great now. Okay, so we can dodge, but are we trying to run away from the wolves or kill them, do you reckon? And we're supposed to cross the bridge, right? Or that goes backwards? So that looks like it's our movement sections. Unless we can get to a spot where we can sort of... Oh, okay, there's a rock there. Right? So I think the play is to, like, run. Let's dash. Well, there's another wolf there. Right, so maybe we can fight one on the way. Now what? Is there anything else we can do here? I think that's it. Wolf attacks me with advantage and misses. To attack an enemy using your default weapon, mouse over them and left click. You can also cast attack spell or switch weapon configurations to use another weapon. A ranged one, for example. Depending on the character, some special abilities are also available. You try to shove an enemy back or down. Select shove and choose from the available options. If you shove an enemy backwards into a pit, they fall. If you shove an enemy down, they'll be prone, remaining vulnerable until they spend move points to stand up. Ah. Okay, so the shove here looks good. Alright, so we've got rid of one. I still want to use this rock thing. And I want to come here, maybe we can shove another one. Oh, he got an opportunity attack. Well, they both missed. They keep missing. Clicking dodge uses your main action and provides the following benefits. Until the start of your turn, all attackers you can see have disadvantage on their rolls to hit, and you have advantage on dexterity saving throws. Now, we should definitely be doing that. Now, they're going to have an opportunity to attack. I wonder if we can shove him off. I don't think we get to dash far enough to get up to that rock. I wonder if I hit dash from here. Oh, it does tell you how far you can get. Oh, look at that. We can't quite get up to that spot. However, we do put ourselves in a position where only one of the wolves can get us. Yeah, and they get an opportunity to attack because we're leaving combat. Why did it close down there? I believe I was supposed to be in that spot. I'm being over-tutorialized. To avoid an opportunity attack, you can use the disengage action. For the rest of your turn, you can move close to enemies freely without any risk of opportunity attacks. Disengage uses your main action though, so you won't be able to attack or dash during this turn. Yeah. So that's what we want to do. It looks like we're down to one wolf, even though we didn't kill one. Let's disengage. I wonder if the wolf's going to be able to jump up here. Sort of. Oh, he rolled a 20. Burden, you just got wrecked, mate. Yes, Burmelt. It's whatever the digital standard available is. I think it's 5.1, is it? Not 100% sure on that. But they do have a thing on it on their Steam page. So what is the point of disengaging it there if the wolf can just come up anyway? It looks like both those spots the wolf could get to. Let's just try there. See now what happens. Yeah, the wolf will just come up there. And rolls a 20, yeah. Hey man with that hair, it's good, it's going well. Sway the torch wildly. Well yeah, but this is the tutorial where they're saying you can disengage. Plus I want to like push the rock on it. Oh, maybe I have to disengage and do that in the same, hang on. It said disengaging uses your actions, so I didn't think I'd be able to push the rock at the same time. Whoa! At the same time. That was the plan, Severo. Yeah, we're going to use the rock. But they said when you disengage, you can't use any actions. And I made the assumption pushing the rock
What a
would be an
bunch of
action.
namby-pambies. You're lucky you weren't attacked by Sorax.
That's right, mate. It's always good to be lucky.
The Badlands are thick with them. Shape-shifting bastards.
Never mind him. He's just another drunk scavenger.
Aren't all drunks basically stupid?
Sorax might be legend, but orcs are quite real, and not just in the Badlands. I stumbled across a secret settlement right here in the Principality.
What?
High in the hills, 2 days west of here. I left the main road to find a shorter way through, and I was making good time when I dropped through a sodding sinkhole into a cave. Oh, I must have fallen on my wrong side.
In Solasta, you will explore deep, dark places without natural light sources. It makes exploration and combat harder, especially for characters without dark vision. You can equip torches or cast light spells to reveal your environment for your whole group. You can light flammable items like torches on holders by interacting with them while holding a torch, or by casting a flaming spell on them like the cantrip Firebolt. Cool.
Oh.
We have a door over there and nothing over here. Let's go to the door. Must complete the quest objective. Light your way. Oh, sorry. Where's the things to interact with? Cast a light cantrip or use your torch so you can see. I don't have a torch. I do have a candle. Sacred flame? Oh, light. There you go, so I can just cast light. Why does it go here? Select an equipment to apply this effect.
We bring light in darkness.
Okay, so you can cast light on my mace. Need a flaming item.
Yeah!
Did that work? Well, I don't want to do it on a crossbow because it'll use bow. You think we need to do it on the crossbow bolt? Yeah, cast on a bolt and shoot your opponent. That way you can see them. Well, I guess that's what it's going to be.
Light will guide us.
Alright, how do we change to crossbow? No? Okay, so that didn't do anything. Can I just not cast the spell on the torch? Like that seems like the obvious thing to me is just cast the spell on the torch. Cast it on my crossbow. Ah. So that didn't work either. Use the sacred flame. Did that show is working? No? Okay. Let's put the candle in there. How do we use an item in there?
Light is with us.
Alright, the candles work. Examine the totem.
Orcs. Clearly
passed
I've
the
been
history
punished
check.
for leaving the road. Now to seek redemption.
I don't want to hold a candle though. Healing. If your character can cast healing spells, like a cleric for instance, which is what we're playing as, press the cast spell button, select the spell in order to recover lost hit points. You can also use a potion found in nearby loot. Open inventory, right click on the potion to use it. Use a potion if you want to cast more spells. Tasade, looking weak. Drink a potion. Look at an actual torch. Oh, give me those back. Alright. Oh, arrows versus crossbow bolts. Okay, what do we got? Well, I want a cantrip. How many hit points are we missing? 3 of 11, missing 8. We don't have a healing cantrip. So we'll have to use a level 1 spell. And it's not going to be inflicted, it's going to be heal wounds. Heal an ally by touch is cure wounds. Healing word is for... Do we count as an ally in this? Can we heal ourselves? You can, okay. Oh no, not cautions. Oh, we need components. Oh, that needed a V and an S. Who knows their D&D? Because I don't. Range touch. Range 12. So obviously you could use both those. Spell effects. 1d4 healing plus ability bonus. 1d8 healing plus ability bonus. What are these components, the V and the S? Verbal, somatic, gestures, and, and shite. Yeah, probably. Alright. Are we just leaving? Leave the cave. Quest. Explore further.
There they are. If they see me, I'm dead.
What was the somatic one, the S? Like, was that something I had to use? Activating cautious mode makes you slower, but it grants 2 benefits. Hidden objects and traps are easier to find, and you are harder for enemies to spot. When an enemy starts to notice your presence, a gauge appears above their head, giving you time to react and return to hiding. Remain 3 cells above the enemy in this mode, and you can't be detected. So if we go into cautious mode, stealthy. So how many do we not know how far above these guys' heads we are? Right, so as long as we don't go down there, we should be fine, right? Should we turn our light off as well? Is that the exit? Or is it just somewhere? Oh, I've got a thing here. Cool. Sneaky, sneaky. Okay, next part of the quest is cross the river. I don't know why you just wouldn't stay in stealthy mode all the time. I guess it's slower, but you know, optimal strategy is optimal, right? Like, what's the downside? Because slow is not really a downside, unless you're doing a timed-based quest. Which, I mean, there is a time. New waypoint added. Long rest safe area. Wait, that's like a crack. Like, that's where the orcs were, just there. Oh, unless the plan is to sneak around that way. Doesn't seem right. Where did we come from? We came from here. Oh, do we need to get to... No? Heroically leap and slay them all. Camera's getting a bit caught on stuff here. It's like, nah, I don't want to do it. I don't want to go there, Panz. There. No. So yeah, we came out here. Down here. I guess we are going down there. How do I turn my light off though? That's going to be the... We climbed down the vine.
Worse. It looks like this is the only way out. I just need to be patient. They can't stay there forever.
Tutorial, take a long rest. There you go. To recover hit points, special abilities and spells, you must take a long rest. To do so, you need to gather your party around the safe place and have one ration of food per party member. Safe places are represented by campfires. They're also shown on the location map. You used to play Dungeons and Dragons. And we'd alternate Dungeons and Dragons GURPS with some friends. And one of the players used to sort of get us to have a long rest pretty much every time they used their big spells. And we'd enter combat and they would just blow all their spells and they'd be like, oh, we're going to have a long rest now. And we'd be like, no, we need to continue the thing and do the stuff and whatever. And it just became sort of common that we'd have combat and he'd just rest and be like have all the overpowered spells again. Yeah. One of the guys actually wrote a time-based campaign as well, so it kind of forced us to hurry up after that. We can stop playing like spell-based characters for a while. Start long rest. Okay, we need to prepare spells. Let's just leave the ones that are already, yeah, validate. Cool. Close. Enough. Okay, now we can escape.
I would have slaughtered every one of those green-skinned monsters.
Orcs have a very distinctive stink.
I'm beginning to think Lord Karen might be a mythical creature.
We've all told a tale of our travels here. All but one of us.
Yes, but I have a good reason for that. It's none of your bloody business.
You can't have a true friendship without trust. What are you hiding?
Fine. You want to know the truth? I stopped on the way here to visit an old friend of mine and discovered he was up to his eyeballs in debt with a loan shark.
Sounds like an idiot.
Indeed. He put up a family heirloom as collateral and wanted me to reacquire it because, you see, I can be quite stealthy when necessary.
Recover the stolen gem. I kind of want to play these quests again with different characters. Use cautious mode to move stealthily. Enemies can hear you if they cross your noise circle, and will spot you as soon as you leave cautious mode. Your noise circle depends on your armor type and your stealth skill. Also, it's a good idea to avoid moving into an enemy's field of view while carrying a light source. Remain in the cautious mode for the whole duration of this mission. You must make a stealth check if you attempt an object interaction while within hearing range of an enemy, such as opening a door or chest, or even pickpocketing, and you will remain undetected only if you succeed. Cautious mode also allows you to find and follow tracks. Right, cautious. So do we want to follow the tracks? Considering that looks like a dead end, probably. Game is paused. Oh, yeah, I noticed that. Using the camera. Yeah, we've done the camera deal. Thieves' tools. Yeah, I got thieves' tools.
Liam, always thoughtful.
Guy's got no idea. Okay. Reach the next courtyard. No, someone left it. The guy that wants him to get the return the artifact put it there for him. To try picking a lock, mouse over a locked door or chest and left click. If you select your whole party, the most skilled character is automatically chosen for the task. You must have Thieves' Tool in your inventories to try picking a lock. Being proficient with Thieves' Tools will help. Ooh. There you go. Does that use the Thieves' Tools up? No. Okay, that's good. So I'd say because you can do these quests with different characters, the Thieves' Tool's there for anyone who's not a this rogue character and doesn't start with one, because otherwise you won't have any. If you're proficient with sleight of hand, you can attempt to pickpocket enemies and NPCs. Also, certain armors give you a disadvantage on stealth checks. It's always risky, so think twice before trying it. You must be very stealthy to stand a chance. How stealthy are you feeling, little dude? Pretty sure that guy's gonna see us if we do that. Did he just fail and run away? Okay, we won't try that again. That was funny. we'll leave the pickpocketing this time. Nice. This does not look like a treasure room. Doesn't look like we can. Oh, can we go up? There we go. Is this a treasure room?
I'm seeing a trap.
Oh, he sees a trap. Disarm a trap, you first must detect it, which we did. If you try to open or lockpick a chest with a trap that you haven't detected, you'll only find about the trap when you trigger it. Try disarming a trap, mouse over it and left click. You'll need to make a successful dex check. Thieves' tools will help if you're proficient with them. Ooh, okay. I wonder if I can... Doesn't have any more details on that.
Hold it! A trap!
That's a trap. Liam's heirloom. And some money for, you know, my troubles while we're here. Now, escaping. Guess we go out the way we came in. This is a strange room in this fort. It overlooks the courtyard, if you will, and outside. And then has a nice... Oh, there's a door here. I wonder where that goes. So there could be an exit there. I was just saying, I was wondering how anyone else gets into the room, because I'm sure not everyone wants to climb out the window and down past a tree.
There you are, you filthy crook!
You? What? You're drunk. Get out of here before I kill you.
Think you scare me? Not anymore.
No, that's why you take everything else
Grave
in the chest.
mistake.
Critical characters. Sometimes in the course of your adventure, some non-player characters may become critical. This means if you let them die, the game is over. Oh man. If you attack an enemy while undetected, you gain the advantage of surprise. That means you have advantage on your roll to hit, and your opponent cannot react before the next turn. If you're a rogue, your attack will be a sneak attack, dealing additional damage. So if we dash, we can't get an attack in though, right?
Try again.
Gosh. Oh. Double naturals. Hey Arrow, how you doing?
Are you four here to see Lord Karen?
Burton can say who's asking. Anton can say we're not here to get drunk. Miles can say maybe we're here looking for a fight. And someone's asking us if we want to speak with Karen. Isn't it normally the other way around when the manager is involved? Hey Headwind, how you doing? Okay, Burden, you can...
Depends on who's asking.
Well, if you're here for Lord Karen of the Legacy Council, that would be me.
It's a trap. Let's leave. We should get paid for waiting. So you're real then.
Then, we are here at your service, sir.
Very good.
Can you tell us more about the job?
Well, I suppose it's better if you know what you're doing. What do you want to know?
Everything?
We hear this is a mission for the Council, but what is it exactly?
Dear Moraike, you don't know? I'll try to make it simple. But you know, politics? The Council includes representatives of the most powerful and influential organizations in the Eastern Kingdoms. It was created to lead a joint effort to explore the Badlands.
Which countries make up these Eastern Kingdoms?
Simple. The Principality of Masgarth, here, is in the middle. The Snow Alliance lies to the north. The Kingdom of Galavan to the east, and the New Empire to the south. All friendly, more or less. But the peace is fragile.
And I love it when it's voice acted and I don't have to read stuff out.
What are the organizations you mentioned?
The Council is, how to put it, a non-governmental organization, meaning that state governments are not represented to avoid partisanship. Instead, there are delegates from the Guild of Antiquarians, the Tower of Knowledge, the Arcaneum, and the Circle of Denantar. And the Church of Einar guarantees fairness, led by Marshal Beric Sunblaze and Oathkeeper Lyra Keen.
Yeah, Gru, I think so.
What are the Badlands, really?
Simply put, they are a monster-ridden, chaotic wasteland that used to be the elven empire called Manicullen. It was destroyed about 1,000 years ago by the Great Cataclysm. Now, only ruins remain, full of forgotten knowledge, riches, and dangers.
I think we know enough now. Thank you.
Are we going to work for you?
Not exactly, no. I'll be your contact with the Legacy Council, which you will serve as deputies. That's why we need to go there and get you sworn in.
What can you tell us about this place, the Principality?
We don't exactly have the time, anyway. The Principality of Masgarth is ruled by Princess Kaiwood Silverflower. We are a wealthy state with fertile lands and the easiest access to the Badlands through a pass called the Copperhead Road. We're in the capital, Caer Kiflin, which was once part of the ancient Manicullen Empire of the High Elves. Hence the magnificent elvish buildings up there in the High Town. While we don't have a state religion, all of the major faiths on Solasta are represented here, though we tend to favor Einar, the god of valor and fidelity.
We should go, don't you think?
Very well. Come, gather your things. You're late for your swearing in.
Hurry up and wait. The story of my life.
Hurry up and wait.